English for Everyday Life, proposed courses for all learners, 50 plus BUAP program. Hello, my name is Dora Alvarez and I want to present a very interesting proposal for a specific target, all learners. The context of this project is the university called BUAP. It's a public university that has developed a program called University Program for Adults 50 plus, and the idea is to offer different kind of courses with specific thematics for elderly. On the other hand, it exists the LAEL-I program that is oriented to English teaching, and there is a subject called Project of Social Impact, and the idea in this subject is to develop a project that could be considered as a social service. The elderly population is increasing, and almost the 20% of this population in Puebla is retired. It implies a very interesting opportunity to prepare different kind of strategies oriented to this target. So, we identify two kinds of problems and beneficiaries. The all learners that could be enrolled or could be potential students for the 50 plus program, and the program that offers this kind of courses. The all learners need to keep the body and mind in good shape. They want to learn English, but for specific purposes, and exists the possibility to use the free time in a creative way. The 50 plus program has specific situations that they have to lead. For example, there is not enough staff to open all the courses that people are demanding. To support for the advertisement is low, then they need some help to define the strategies to communicate the offer. The established conditions of continuity are a big situation because it's a new program and there is a minimum of registered students requested to open the offer. Then the objective of this proposal is to create opportunities for adult learners to interact and communicate with others in a specific context to generate a sense of belonging and opportunities to use their leisure time in a creative way through English learning. The goals for this proposal are based on the Tonic Project of LATAM and the UNESCO. The idea is to develop competencies through meaningful learning, to apply knowledge into practice, to develop oral and written communication, to develop the ability to communicate in a second language, and considering other characteristics as teamwork, self-criticism, learning abilities, and values as respect and self-esteem. In the case of UNESCO's proposal, it is very important motivation because people need to connect with others to contribute to knowledge. In the case of this course, we want to promote an open attitude and willingness and confidence and cultural sensibility. This project has 4 parts of the intervention. The first one is learning courses design. The second, support for marketing strategies. The third one is the implementation of the courses, and the final stage is evaluation. The evaluation has to be implemented considering two aspects: learning performance and social impact. Of course, this proposal needs a theoretical framework to develop the complete strategies. So we are working with three axes. The first one is language learning for specific purposes, considering strategy competences, learner-centered in users. The second is English in context. To us, it's very important the needs that the students present, and pragmatics help us to understand the English teaching and learning in context, and the learning for life, because older learners need to learn English for specific purposes. For example, to travel, to communicate with family, to meet new people, etc. And this theoretical framework is based on the critical humanism and social cultural constructivism that are the base of the Minerva's model at BUAP. We were designed 6 phases that imply some actions. The first phase is the preliminary proposal. That is the moment that we are working right now. The second one is planning. We need to plan the courses, the curriculum design, the modules, and the strategies, and the preparation of materials, and the supporting for advertising. The next is implementation of the courses, considering the different schedules that people need and the specific purposes that they have. The evaluation and an activity of closing to generate a great experience, a memorable experience. Well, in the case of the budget and the cost, we consider that it is important to have some economical resources, considering transportation, considering stationery, the textbook, different kind of supplies or materials during all the period that the project will be on operation. But we can identify that because this is a social service project, the saving for this program is huge. We are speaking about 32,000 pesos. The evaluation of social impact has 2 parts. One is related to learner performance. In this case, the evaluation is divided in 3 aspects: a diagnosis that allows us to understand the level of English, the expectations, and the needs. A second part is a formative evaluation. This kind of evaluation are planned to be applied in intermediate evaluation as assessments, and implies a practice in context. And finally, a summative evaluation, considering some main questions. For example, was it useful? Did you learn? Did you overcome the difficulties, etc. And in all the courses, we want to implement a whole blog. This is a very interesting strategy that helps us to monitor the development of skills, attitudes, values, and knowledge. The criteria to evaluate learner performance are level of frustration, applicability, satisfaction, and competencies development. We will generate quantitative indicators as number of enrolled students and a survey of satisfaction in order to evaluate social impact. But we need qualitative evaluations too, considering aspects as I mentioned it before, and we need to develop an interview with the director and the staff of the 50 plus program. Then the evaluation stage of diagnosis allows us to get evidence of tests and interviews. The formative evaluation implies the cumulative of dialogue and reports. And the summative includes checklists, rubrics, surveys, and a final practice that will be recorded. Of course, in any project could exist some problems. The expected problems that we identify are that maybe students feel shy, they don't want to start to practicing or communicating in English, and the possible solution is to motivate them by giving some confidence. The students will not be able to listen, maybe, because different situations of health, and we have to turn the voice. The students could not understand instructions, so we need to prepare reading instructions in order to help them to develop all the activities designed for each course. This project is very important because we have a specific target with specific necessities. The demographical situation is changing, and the conditions of mental and physical health has to concern our society. So the elixir of eternal youth is hidden in the only place where no one thinks of looking, in our interior.